Thank you for joining us on today's installment of Parenting Today. My name is Dibala Nair, and I'm glad that you're watching us. Today we're going to train our focus on COVID-19 and what it poses, especially on learning challenges for children living with disabilities. And of course, sometimes we tend to overlook this particular constituent of people who are adversely affected by COVID-19. And I have the honor of hosting Dr. Mary Runo. She's a specialist in learning disabilities, intellectual disabilities, also director of Basilu Learning Center. I've known her for quite a while now, and I'm glad that you've joined us today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dubala.
Karibu sana. Right. First of all, maybe you can just give us an overlook and an overview of how COVID-19 has affected, people who are other abled.
I want to say that of course it was a shock for everybody.
Yes.
Even the abled have been having problems in trying to cope with it. And you see most of the times, even when we are told to wash your hands, keep distance, social distancing, even in the supermarkets or in the matatu, you are not even actually able to do that. So the question is, how about those with disabilities who have serious problems of understanding some of the issues?
Yes.
And we're talking about generally, and as I focus on probably on the area of my interest, but generally, even somebody who is being wheeled with a wheelchair or who is on a wheelchair with a disability will require help. So if the person who is helping that particular person with a disability or on a wheelchair is not careful, or definitely infect the other. How about so they are limited in where they go. I was just looking at one case where a mother with an autistic child, autistic young man, and because of their ritualistics, because they believe what I do today, I keep on doing it.
Routine.
Routine.
Yes.
What we call stereotypes. And they don't know how, you don't change them. So they have always gone to the restaurant to take some ice cream. And there are certain places they normally go every Sunday.
Yes.
So now she had a problem trying to explain, how do I tell my young child or my youngster that we can no longer go to a restaurant because the restaurants are closed. The term closed, much as it may look so normal to you and me, doesn't look normal to persons with disability, and especially those with intellectual disabilities, those with autism, generally developmental disabilities, and even some of them who have learning disabilities. So when you tell them restaurants are now closed, and it's a policy, so they're asking, what are you talking about? Why should I not enjoy a restaurant? Why should I not go to the places I used to go to? Why can't I not go for play, to play just like I have been going before? So it is quite a task for parents. They are concerned. As educators, we are also concerned. So just like you said, for the abled already having challenges. How about those who have a disability or have inability to understand what others are supposed to understand normally? Yes.
So, but even as we are drilling deeper to this particular subject, I want us also to just get an understanding, because when we talk about the other abled, we're always thinking about the physical, disabilities. But how can we include those with social, emotional, and also behavioral disabilities as well into this particular arena? Because as you've mentioned, autism, you're used to structure, you're used to our routine, then all of a sudden that is disrupted. You feel a bit disoriented. And I think even with the protocols from the Ministry of Health, have we taken also cognizant of the fact that yes, there is another constituent that is completely different and special. They have assisted devices. They need people also to assist them. The people who are vegetative as it is. Then how do you practice, some of health protocols like social distancing? Briefly.
Apparently, I haven't had much from the Ministry of Health.
In that regard, yes.
In that regard, we have talked about children. We have talked about opening the school here and there, and opening and not opening.
Yes.
And we are lumping all the children together. But I think, like you're saying, there is a serious need to put into cognizance those with disabilities.